Hello, sports movie fans, and welcome to Locker Room Flicks Podcast. I'm Frank Sullivan, and with me is my uncle Frank Darling. Frank, how are you today?
Very good. Another sunny day.
Yesterday was very nice, and it's actually very nice. It's warm up here, for sure.
Yeah, it's been hot, real hot. But,
yeah.
But it's, once again, it's like anything else. You get a couple of thunderstorms, it cools it down a little bit. So, but besides that, it's good. Yeah, we're going to see Indiana Jones tonight.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
Yeah.
Now, did you watch the original three?
Well, I've seen them all.
You see them all. See,
Yeah.
That's me and Kate. We have a little more time. We would watch all three as we
That's smart. That's smart. That's the way to do it, though. I think, really. Yeah. Usually we'll do something like that, but.
Yeah, I see the girl. What's the girl from the first one? I think she's
Karen Allen.
Karen Allen, that's right.
She's in it. I don't know how long she's in it. I think everybody's going to get a little spot in it that was in the other ones. Can't be Sean Connery, of course, because unfortunately he passed away. But they might have his picture or something. That's his dad. Maybe we'll have a picture or something in it. I don't know, but it should be good. It looks like he covers almost everything. The ball's in there, and yeah. We're going to Studio Grill, so we're going to have supper and everything there. It's nice. What a cool place this is.
What's Studio Grill?
Yeah, it's just that you go and they serve you whatever you got flatbreads or chicken tenders. They got good sodas are refillable, popcorn. It's excellent, and you got nice trays. It's real,
okay,
nice.
At the actual movie theater.
Yeah,
huh?
It's really nice. Yeah, it's really nice.
That's wild.
Yeah,
I was always like big as far as food goes. I was always just like popcorn.
Yeah,
at the movies, can't go wrong with popcorn.
No, you can't. But like I said, we don't do it too much. But once in a while, if we see a good movie, I want to go see Flash too.
Flash, yeah.
Flash is there too, but I might just go for lunch or something, get popcorn that day to watch.
You going? You guys are going tonight?
Yeah, 4:00. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're going early because by the time we get our food and everything, it'll be like 4:30. So yeah.
You end up doing anything for the 4th? Or you just kind of hung around?
No,
and grilled?
we just hung out basically. Yeah. We did a little work. We did a little work around the house.
Yeah, we did the same. We just kind of hung in. I think I cooked like burgers on the grill, but
yeah,
that was really it.
Yeah, wasn't too bad here that night. It was some fireworks, pretty cool. I mean, you could see them. I mean, they were really nice. But no personal ones. Whoever did them, but
yeah.
But the dog didn't go too crazy, so it wasn't bad.
Yeah, Mason's not a big fan of the fireworks. You don't like them.
Oh, really? Wow.
Especially with lightning and thunder.
I never seen your dog bark. So.
He won't really bark. He definitely cowers kind of around. He kind of
gets scared, huh?
Gets scared.
Yeah.
He'll go into the bathroom if he hears lightning or thunder. He goes to light in the bathroom.
That's funny.
But we're actually going this weekend on Sunday. We're doing a little lunch in Milford. A few of my friends are going to be in town. They actually rented a beach house, like an Airbnb for the weekend.
Oh, nice! That's real nice.
So they got. I guess it's right down the road from Walnut Beach in Milford.
Oh, yeah, I know where that is. Yeah.
So we're going to go there. We're going to go because I guess the place they got is a walking distance to the beach.
Nice.
So we're going to get there early, park, and then head down to the beach for like an hour or two, give or take, depending on the weather.
Right.
And then we'll head back for a little bit of a lunch, and like I said, we're gonna try to, bring in Stella. So we gotta, we're getting all this, thing to keep the sun out. We got to get baby suntan lotion.
Yeah, you gotta be very careful. Yeah,
But I think we'll be prepared. We'll be good.
I'll tell you, she's been like a world traveler, this kid. It's good.
Yeah. Gotta get out of the house,
It's a good thing, though. It's a good thing for her. It'll work. It's like Chloe, same way. Chloe goes everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
It's good. It's a good idea. Yeah.
But all right, let's get into the movie.
Are you ready?
Yeah, go ahead. Start her up.
Okay, the movie was The Legend of Bagger Vance, released November 3rd, 2000. It was 126 minutes long. Your box office info, opening weekend, 11.5 mil. Pretty good, actually. Gross $40 million worldwide.
The budget a little.
But unfortunately, the budget was $80 million. So,
we'll talk about that when we get into the movie.
It was directed by Robert Redford.
Which I didn't know.
I did not know that.
I haven't really seen. Again, he's a little older, so
Right.
I know. I'm sure you've seen
Yes,
like a lot of his stuff. I haven't really seen.
He really hasn't had any blockbuster direction. I thought this was a good movie, but I mean, mostly his acting was, he's done his best. I thought. This is starring Matt Damon as Runoof Juna, Will Smith as Bagger Vance, Michael Moncrief, the kid, as Hardy Greaves, Charlize Theron as Adelaide Invergordon. I got that name right. And Jack Lemmon was the narrator, just so you know. That's the guy in the beginning that has the heart attack. Yep. Famous actor, Oscar winner. And Joel Gresh plays Bobby Jones. I had a shout out to what's his name here? A shout out to Bruce McGill, that's played in about every movie that possibly is.
Yeah,
he plays Walter Hagen. Animal House. It did have 11 nominations, Frank.
Did it?
Movie. Yeah, it won 2 awards. Best original score and best technology. I don't know what.
I know. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't know what best technology is, but that's what it won. The simple synopsis is: a down-and-out golfer attempts to recover his game and his life with help from a mystical caddy. We'll talk more about that too. About that whole scenario. I watched it on Redbox. You watched it what? Amazon Prime. Okay. Yeah. Did you pay for it or no?
Yeah, it was like $2.99. We were almost gonna buy it because I think it was like $10 for the movie.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We just didn't buy it.
Yeah. So that's about it. Okay, so let's do the next part of our podcast. Frank's 5 Fun Facts. Here you go, Frank. What do you got for me?
All right.
Let's see what you got.
I didn't see a lot of trivia about this movie, surprisingly.
Yeah, there's some,
but so originally the lead roles were going to be played by Morgan Freeman and Robert Redford. But after careful consideration, Redford decided that the movie would work better with younger men playing the main roles, Bagger Vance and Juna. I'll just call him Juna.
I kind of agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, both. I mean, and I also got a little side note. Brad Pitt was offered the role of Juna, and he turned it down. I could have sworn he was in this movie.
Really?
Yeah, I think also too because from the cover of the box, like the cover of the DVD, it looks like Brad Pitt because he was young, number one, and he got kind of like a blondish kind of hair, lighter.
I thought he would have played Bobby Jones in it. I'm just saying, if you wanted to do it in that sense,
that's a good spot.
But he probably wouldn't play. That's like a second fiddle in that movie, so he probably wouldn't played it. But yeah,
I know. But anyways, fact number 2: Matt Damon did not have any previous experience playing golf. He spent a month with golf pro Tim Ross in Hilton Head, South Carolina, to prepare for the role. Another side note here: Matt Damon suffered a separated rib due to the excessive golf practicing he did for this role.
Wow. Wow. I didn't know he didn't have any experience though. But
no, none.
That's interesting. He's a good athlete though. He's just he's a specimen.
He's a great actor.
All kinds of stuff.
I know.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of range.
Yeah, he does. I could see him playing that part definitely. Yeah. I thought it was very well done picking him. Yep.
Yeah. No, I agree 100%. So fact number 3: this was Lane Smith's last film.
Yeah,
which, I know. We know he was also in the first Mighty Ducks.
That's right.
He plays the coach.
Plays the coach. Yeah.
I mean, he's been in tons of things. My
cousin Vinny. Yeah.
Yep.
I like him.
I'm trying to think of what else. Son-in-Law. I don't know if you've seen that movie.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that was, like you said, that was his.
He was 69 when he died.
Yeah, he died of Lou Gehrig's disease. Lou
Gehrig's
disease. Yeah, what a shame. Nice, good actor though. Really good actor. What a shame.
Red Dawn.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's in all kinds of stuff. Yeah, he's a good actor. I like him.
So fact number 4: this plot is loosely based on the Hindu sacred text of Bhagavad Gita.
Very good.
I'm trying to pronounce that. Where the warrior, being Juna, refuses to fight. The god, being Bagger Vance,
right,
helps him to follow his path as the warrior and hero that he was meant to be.
That's excellent.
So it's loosely based off that. So
I'm glad you came up with that. I saw it in there, but I said I hope he brings it up. I'm sure he's gonna, but that's to give you an idea of what it's about, you know.
Yeah, I had to look how to pronounce some of the Hindu words because it was.
I know those are tough. Yeah, you're right. That's
yeah.
Yeah. You did good. You did real good.
Yeah. At first, I thought this was a real, based on a real story, but it's a novel based off the novel.
It's based off the novel, right?
Have you read the novel?
No, I haven't. No.
So I feel like this would be a better book. No, better book rather than the movie.
Yeah. I agree with you. Like I said, when we get into the characters, I got a couple of ideas of my own. This is nothing to do with that, but it's about the whole scenario of what happened. But go ahead.
Gotcha. And for my last factor, so this is kind of more of like a locations breakdown. Yep. So portions of the expedition match were set at Kiwa Island Golf Resort in South Carolina, considered one of the toughest in the country. The scene where Graves has a heart attack was shot on the resort Cougars Point golf course. Let's see here. So the final hole in the film was, I guess they built that set. Cost them $200,000. They didn't want to.
I read that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it?
That's a lot to build that.
And remember, that's 2000. So that's that's 23 years ago. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. They built it for the scene there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I like when they did all the. I like when they did all the lights. That was cool. They get all the cars. Yeah, that was wild. Yeah. All right, Frank.
So
that was very good, man. That's Frank's 5 fun facts.
5 fun facts. They were fun.
You did good. I like that. Very good.
We start here with the characters. You want to?
Yeah, that's fine. Characters.
I think they nailed all the characters down, all the actors and actresses.
Oh, I agree. I thought it was very well done. But once again, though, I agree with what you said last movie we did with John Voight.
Mm-hmm.
This was an $80 million budget.
Yeah, where did the budget go to? The actors?
It did. But Charlize Theron didn't have to do that job. She could have had somebody else doing that part. That's what I'm saying. They could have cut down a few spots there. Well, the money went to Theron, Will Smith, and Matt Damon. That's where all the money went. Yeah, it's a lot.
I know.
So I mean, I think they could have. I don't know.
I agree. I thought this movie was a little too long for my taste. I believe though, it's also. It reminded me of what's the game? The greatest game ever played because it was a period piece. So they had to kind of set up the whole the whole story because again it's off a book. So it was a lot. I'm sure. I don't know how big the book is, but I'm sure the book.
Yeah. Another depression movie.
Yeah,
We've done a lot of these, man.
I know.
Woo, it's crazy. It's crazy.
You're right. I mean, I think Charlize Theron.
Charlize Theron. I love her. She's great.
She was great. She fit. I told him Casey, she fit that perfect. Flapper type female, Southern Belle.
Definitely. Maybe they thought the movie was going to do better. That's the way you got to look at it. That's what I'm just saying. They lost a lot of money. They lost $40 million in that movie. So I mean,
and Matt Damon was pretty early on in his acting career.
It was. Yeah.
I mean, Will Smith was. Let's be honest. He was the top build.
Yes.
So he was probably the big get and cost him a lot. But I mean, when you look at his, look at Matt Damon's IMDb. I mean, this is what 2000.
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't done. He didn't really do too much before this.
No, not before that. No, he's done Bourne movies now, The Departed, Good Will Hunting.
Mm-hmm.
He's done a lot of those, but that was afterwards. Well, Good Will Hunting got to be close, I think, in that time.
97.
Oh, it was 97. Okay, so yeah, wow. I think he won an Academy Award for that. I'm not positive. I know he has won one, but I didn't know if he won for that.
Yeah,
but he's a good actor. He does everything. I could mention 1,000 movies, but
I know, yeah,
I can't mention them all. It's impossible. But
I know.
Yeah, he's excellent as Jason Bourne. So
correct.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think. But the kid was good too.
Yeah, I liked
Michael.
him.
Yeah, J. Michael
Moncrief as Hardy Greaves.
Yep. Yeah,
he was good.
The Southern talk and the lingo was real thick. You know
It was definitely.
What's Southern lingo? What is he saying?
Yeah, and remember too, like I said, Jack Lemmon narrated the whole thing, of course, because he's the one talking the whole time. The one guy that's having a heart attack.
Yes.
I didn't know if you realized that, but you kind of lose that watching the show. But it's him doing the whole narration of the movie.
That I got. Yeah.
He's the little kid. It took me a little bit to figure out who he was. Figure it out. But
I thought they were gonna kind of like get into the kid playing because they set it up in the beginning of him playing golf. I thought they were gonna get more into him, but it was like I said, it was kind of just like an afterthought.
Well, when I first watched it, I'm trying to think, Juna. Who's Juna? Is it him? Is it? I didn't know who it was till it started to figure it out. The kid never got any older, so I said, well, it can't be him. So.
Yeah. This is the first time you've seen this movie?
First time, yes.
Okay. Yeah,
I enjoyed it. It was good. What was the other thing too? Oh my God, I lost it. But you know what was pretty horrible in the movie. It gets this whole thing started. It's when he's there. He's in the war, World War I.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And his company. It looks like to me, and at least the way they show it is, he's the only one to survive. Well, maybe not the only one, but they blow up everybody and he survives. And that must have been pretty tough to handle. Remember, he just disappears when he comes home.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of hard.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of bothered me because I was like, okay, how long has he been gone for?
I know.
I mean, I understand it had to be hard. Yeah, if you're the only one that survives in your company, but I mean, to just kind of like totally bail and just not even bother going back home, it just bothered me a little bit on that one because it said it was 10 years that he was gone.
Yeah, something like that. He just disappeared. How do you know it? Nobody sees you. Nobody knows. It's hard to believe, though. You know.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And then the fact that like when he finally does show up,
right,
they don't really address it that often. She just goes, "I'll see you in another 10 years, 12 years, or something."
I know.
I mean, you can imagine she would have, blown up pretty hard, right? I mean,
definitely, yeah. And she didn't even move on. It looks like either, right?
No.
She didn't have anybody, did she?
She didn't marry anyone else. I don't think she remarried.
No, that's crazy. When you think about it now, it's I don't know. It's a long time.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
What else we got here?
Hey, you know what got me about the movie? I was wondering. I was watching it more and more with Linda. I almost was wondering if, almost like, what's the movie with the kid, that Sixth Sense?
Mm-hmm.
I was almost wondering if Will Smith was really there. You get it? Or it was just in his head that somebody was there to get a swing back. Is it? You could have did that. You could have definitely did something like Angels in the Outfield. That's what I was looking at. I'm saying, I keep watching it. And that's why when he was walking away at night, I was saying, maybe he'll just disappear. But he really wasn't it, I guess.
No, I know. He really was there.
Yeah, but...
well, that's part of the whole thing. So it's the legend of Bagger Vance.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
He's some sort of mythical...
Exactly, like that thing you were talking about before.
There's a lot of things, like stuff about, like, was he an angel or is he,
Yep. Yeah, definitely.
He played the scene very well. I mean, like I said, he was very good in it.
Definitely. Oh, I love what's this? Like I said, we talked about Bruce McGill, of course, from Animal House. He was excellent as Walter Hagen.
Was Walter Hagen really kind of like that? I don't know if you know.
Walter Hagen. Listen to this now. I know you golf a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
Walter Hagen was third behind Nicklaus and Tiger Woods, for major win titles of all time. Wow. So that's pretty impressive, being behind those two guys. Pretty impressive. So he was everything that the movie showed him that he was. And remember, he continued to play after this. Bobby Jones really did retire after that. And I don't know if you remember, Bobby Jones was also an amateur. Like that.
Okay.
The other movie we saw.
Yeah.
With not Bagger Vance, with Varden or those guys.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was an amateur, then he went pro, and then that was it for him. He had enough. He wanted to be with his family, so he stopped.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I knew he was good, but I mean, as far as like they played him to be like this kind of like this playboy type personality.
Yeah, and he was the founder, Bobby Jones, of the Masters in Augusta. He's the one that started that. So in Georgia.
Oh wow!
So if you see it, he's the one.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I have to what else? Yeah.
Did you? There was a little note here I put in here, and I didn't want to put it in, but I have to put it in because it's every time we watch these movies. Unfortunately, racism thoughts come up again. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, I was talking about Linda about this. That was the way it was in that era. Can't change that stuff. You can't.
No.
You can't change it. And I don't know why people, because I guess they banged on this movie again. I don't know if you read it, Spike Lee.
Yeah. They call it a magical
Negro.
What is it? Magical Negro. Yeah.
Which I think, to me, to his own race, is an insult. But whatever, that's what he wants to do. I don't care who's listening. I think it's an insult to the black people. Myself.
I wonder in the movie if it's a character of if he's a black character in the book.
That I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I got to check that out. Now that you told me about it, I got to see that.
But then I don't. They didn't make any racial remarks toward him, did they, or no?
No, not at all. Not at all.
So I don't know.
No,
I don't understand where he was what he's talking about.
No, everybody. Remember when Remember they found out Juno was going to be in the tournament.
Yeah.
Well, there was a lot. It was black, white, didn't matter. They all jumped on the truck and went there. They could go to the golf course and watch the game. There was no rules back then. They might have had to stay in a certain area, but I don't know why everybody makes it so. In the guys that were in the remember when they were having the food and everything beautiful, they were dancing and stuff, and all the waiters in there are black. Well, guess what? The waiters were black because that was Depression, and guess what? They paid those waiters. People needed jobs.
Yeah,
everybody makes it. Like I said, I don't want to get too much into it, but every movie we watch, it's the same story. That's the way it was. We can't change it. We can't. We can't change Adolf Hitler from killing the Jews.
I know.
Can't.
That's the way it was.
It's history. It's horrible. I agree totally. But
that's the way. It's funny because you're talking about this. So we started watching like musicals, old school. Right. Like we were watching. We even started watching. Like we watched Encanto the other day.
Right. I heard that's pretty good. I've never seen it. I heard it's really good.
It's very good. I don't think it's as good as some of the other. As like we watched Coco.
Yeah, Coco.
Coco was good. But what movie was it? We watched some of the Three Caballeros.
Three Caballeros, yeah.
So it was that movie, and there was another movie. They had a disclaimer at the beginning of the movie saying, this was basically, the stereotypes of.
Oh, okay.
I have to show it to you, but there's a disclaimer in front, and I guaranteed if you go to some of the other ones, like I bet you Pocahontas. I bet you there's one there. I bet you there was.
For the Indians, yeah. I know.
But again, that's what those movies were like. What's the one with the log flume?
The what? Yeah. I know. I
don't know
what do you call it?
Splash Mountain?
Yeah, they changed it.
Yeah. But
they changed it. I'm not going to get into it. They did change it now. They changed it to a whole different. Poor Uncle Remus was an actor, number one.
Yeah.
And I don't know why you took him out of there. It was Song of the South. I don't know who else you wanted to sing it. I don't understand all that stuff. I just don't get it. I do to a point, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't want to offend anyone, but
no. This world today, it's you don't want to offend anybody. I mean, it's a joke. I mean, it doesn't. No matter what you are today, whether you're gay, lesbian, any of that stuff, you're offending somebody. Give me a break. I don't care what anybody does. No, seriously, I don't. It doesn't bother me.
No, I know.
I could care less. I know I'm one person, but
no, I know.
I don't care what you do. Whatever makes you happy.
Yep, very true.
But this wasn't really a racial movie, but I mean, people.
No, I didn't.
But they buried it again in this.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, it's because again, it's a period piece. It was there.
I agree.
But it wasn't really. It wasn't really jammed down your throat. So
I agree with you. Well, hey, you could have used a white person for that.
You could have. Yeah, you easily could have. You could have used.
And you know what?
Again, I don't know.
I don't think it would have been as good. It's my opinion.
I think the best actor got the part. I mean,
I
Will Smith is. About I know people's opinions change with him.
Well, I didn't like that debacle, but whatever. Besides,
but, we won't get into that. But
No.
I mean, he's a great actor with a lot of range.
He really is. Yes, he does. He definitely. I agree.
I thought it was a funny scene where no one knows where Juna is, but the kid knows.
Yeah, he was with the guys.
He's like, I'll take it right to him. I was like, okay, that's no one knows where he is, but the little kid knows.
He's in the house there playing with the guys. We're playing the poker and stuff.
Yeah,
that was funny as hell.
Yeah,
that was a good scene. He was good. I hate to say it, guys. He stole the show in that movie, pretty much. I mean, really,
the kid?
except for Will Smith, he stole the show. I mean,
yeah, no, the scene at the end the scene at the end where he's crying.
I know,
because the ball moved. That's a. I didn't even think about that because it's if you really want to get technical.
Yep. Yes, I agree. Now today it's so much different because the camera's on it. So you're dead today. You can't cheat today. I mean, there's no way.
Today would they count that?
Yeah, it's a shot. Yeah.
It's a shot.
Yeah. Well, because what did he do? I forgot what he did. Did he touch the ball?
So for those who I don't know who hasn't seen the movie, he hit the ball. It's like the final hole. He moves like a leaf or some sort of a bladed grass.
Yes.
That was under the ball.
Yes.
And it moves the ball. What do you think? 2 inches?
Can't do it. You can't touch the ball. You can't touch your ball. Not in the fairways.
I don't think he didn't touch the ball, but he touched it. But
yeah, it don't matter. It doesn't matter. That's the rules.
Because how is it? Because I'm sure you've probably done this, where if you're putting on if you're going for a putt and you see a blade of grass or even a leaf, you're gonna move it.
Well, you move it out of the way.
That's okay.
There shouldn't be a leaf on the green. I mean, these are professional players, so there's
very true.
But I don't know if you know this, but can't think of his name, of course. This is horrible. But he had a ball under a bush one day.
Really?
And it was wet, the grass. He takes out a towel, puts it down, hits the ball out. I mean, he kneels, actually, because that's where it was. Hits out. That's a stroke penalty. Can't do that. Can't put the towel down there. So there's a lot of rules, man.
Yeah, I know.
But back then there was no cameras or nothing. Now
that's why. Yeah, that's why. He was like, no one's seen it. Yeah.
But that was a good pickup by you. That was a good pickup.
Yeah.
Hey, how about when I felt bad for the father when he was sweeping and his son was very disappointed. I guess he was almost like, I hate to say it, once depression, boy, that did a job on people. He was almost embarrassed of him. And then in the end, remember, I think it's Will Smith that tells him. He says, "Why don't you go stay with your father?" And that was a nice thing. He hugged his dad. So that was a nice scene, I thought, in the end.
Yeah.
So, his father was there to watch him.
Do they normally have two? I don't know about now, between now and then. Do they normally have 2 caddies like that?
No.
I was gonna say he wasn't really. What was the purpose of the kid being there? To kind of just as another assistant or something?
I don't know. I don't know what the rules were. I don't think you can do that now. I think you're allowed the 1 caddy. That's it. There's no more. I know you have other people just walking out there, but it's a movie. It's a movie. I don't know. I don't know back then how the rules were. Caddies make good money.
Oh, I know.
They get even today. Because he said you get money for it. So what are you talking about? I'm saying they get 10% of the person. They get paid for the week They get paid $3,000 for a weekend or something. They get good money. We're in the wrong business.
I know that ain't half bad, right?
Yeah. So, yeah, I didn't even think about that about getting paid for that. I know they get paid, but I didn't realize. You got to remember too, caddies are a big. That's why he says to him. Remember, he goes, "So what should I use?" I don't know. What do you? And then after the movie goes on, I don't know if you realize, he says, "You don't want to use that." You see him use the 1 iron to cut the wind. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was funny when he gets his kind of his swing back, so to speak.
Yeah.
And he starts playing well, and then he stops listening to Vance and just he's like, I'm gonna do. I was like, watch. He ain't gonna hit it out. Out of the sandbar. And,
oh no, that's a tough shot. I mean, you got it. He was being a little bit too confident there. Yeah, that's too much of a. You've played. That's the thing. At least we've played. That ridge there. You're not gonna hit that out with that.
Yeah.
No way. No way.
It's funny because you've played at Traditions, correct, in Wallingford?
Yes, I have. Yes.
So I chipped it out. I'm trying to. It's the hole right in front of the restaurant.
Yes,
I want to say it's like 5.
I've been there twice.
Yeah. I actually chipped it out from the sand from one of the sand traps, and I hit it. I'm gonna tell you, I hit it so hard, it hit the flagpole,
right,
and then fell like right down, and
really?
in front of like 2 groups of people like that were having lunch.
Get out of here!
Yeah, it was like once in a lifetime shot. Never hit it.
It hit the flag and went down.
Went right down.
So you had a short putt.
No, it was it was from the sandbar.
Oh wow!
No, it hit the flagpole and went right down into the hole.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'll never forget it. It's the best shot I ever had.
You hit the flagpole and the ball went in.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Because I think he does it in one of the shots he had. He hits it pretty hard like that too.
I think so. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. Wow.
But
I'm trying to see.
I can say a few things. Like I said, I didn't like. I mean, like I said, I felt like this was a little too. It was a little too long. I'm trying to think of what else.
Well, how about how it ends, which I thought was a good ending because you never see endings like that. It was a 3-way tie.
Mm-hmm.
That was excellent.
Yeah.
When do you see that in a movie? Somebody wins in the end.
Somebody wins. Yeah.
But he did win, though. He did win. He did tie those 2 guys. So that's, to me, was a win.
It was a win. No,
yeah.
I actually that's actually probably my favorite of the whole movie is the final scene where it's dark. They got they all pull all the the old fashioned cars with the.
We used to do that. We used to do that
really?
With the cars so we could play or football or something. Or it was getting dark. We put all the cars, put the lights on. Yeah.
Turn on the lights, and I think that was even when they show him. Bagger walking on the beach. Some of the shots were beautiful with the whole. Yes. Yeah. We had the beach, the sunset. I thought the shots were great and amazing.
Plus, being out in the south, there are some beautiful trees.
That's what I mean.
A lot of beautiful areas.
Good location.
Oh yeah, location is beautiful.
They shot on location.
On location, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
definitely.
But it was like I said, it was a little too long for my taste. I'm trying to think what else. The scene where they're at the dinner. I forget where it was. I thought they really didn't need that. I don't know. It's just I don't know. This movie lacks something. I don't know. There wasn't a lot of golf play. It was more about the story.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah, it really was. It's more of a story than a golf. I think the greatest game ever played was more golf. That was more of the golfing game itself. Yeah, this was more of like this was the Bagger Vance show, basically what it was. I mean, the kid.
Correct.
And Matt Damon was just part of he was just the guy that had to do all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, remember too, you got 4 Oscar winners here: Jack Lemmon, Charlize Theron, and Will Smith and Matt Damon. I think Charlize Theron won for Monster. Never saw it.
I never saw it. I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Jack Lemmon some like it hot with Marilyn Monroe. And Tony Curtis. He might have won one for that. I don't know what it was. And Will Smith. Do you know which one he won? He won an Oscar. Now I don't know if he won.
He won
Best
the one
supporting
for King Richard, I think.
Oh, maybe that's what it was. Yes, that's right.
I think he did. I think he. I don't know.
Oh, that's the one he just won when he went
crazy. Yeah. I think Ali, he might have won, or at least was not. I forget. There was a whole.
Did you
thing.
do Ali yet?
We didn't. No. So I think we had it. We had it on the poll.
You did.
And we were going to do. It was supposed to be Raging Bull. Might as well talk about it now.
Sure, that's fine.
So it was going to be Raging Bull versus Ali because this is a losers bracket.
Right.
But I changed it up because. If I don't want to do 2 Will Smith movies back.
No, I agree. That's smart.
So if it did win, and I hear Ali's a good movie. I don't know. I haven't seen
Ali. Ali is excellent. Yeah. It's very well done. Yeah.
So I changed it up. We're gonna be watching Raging Bull as our next.
Excellent.
I've never seen it either.
I've seen parts of it, but I've never seen the movie. The whole movie.
It's an old movie. It's an older. I don't say old, but it's an older movie, and I believe it's all shot in black and white.
Yes, it is.
Correct. So different.
Yeah. That's gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah. So I did. So I trying to remember what else he's won on. I mean, he's been in
Oh, he's been in so many different movies.
Where do you even start?
Independence Day. Don't forget Fresh Prince too. I Am Legend. Mm-hmm. Will Smith, right? Yeah, he's been in.
I wonder how much he got paid for that because, like, again, I think you're right. I think the main character is Bagger Vance, even though Matt Damon, I think, was in more of the movie and did more of the stunts. You know.
Definitely. Yep. Yeah. Hey, there's another thing too. Is remember when they're at you mentioned it before? They're at the party or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And they're drinking and stuff. Well, they weren't drinking.
They weren't drinking around that time.
Nah, that's prohibited. That was prohibition. Not in a place like that. They wouldn't be. Maybe in some back. Maybe those guys that were in that little house were drinking. But it's just some facts, though.
I did think about that because I saw them drinking in. Yeah. And I was like, I don't know if they were drinking at that time.
Prohibition again. That was like prohibition was like 20 years or 15 years. So the only way you could drink or gamble or whatever else it was, you'd have to do it legally.
Legally, yeah.
Yeah.
So. Now it's all pretty much legal now. You can drink, you could smoke, you could marijuana, you can.
Yeah. There's another. Did you see the scene? Like I said, these are all just a few things I noticed in the movie. It said Public Enemy up there with James Cagney, one of his famous movies.
I did see that, yeah.
Unfortunately, it wasn't put out till the next year, but that's all right.
Was it really?
Yeah.
That's cool you caught that.
1931 it was put out, yeah. It's funny. They throw those things in there. They throw things in there like that, and they don't...
Well, I think a lot of the budget must have went to the scenes.
Yes.
Because everything looked like very authentic. The scenes, the background.
Frank, that's amazing, hasn't it?
They dug up all those cars.
I know.
The costumes. I think a lot of it had to go to that.
Yeah. Oh, the dance when they, like I said, at that party. I loved it. I said, I love that era, how they're all dressed up, and it's awesome. It's really awesome to watch those movies. I know. The way they do it. Yeah. Oh, we forgot one person in the whole movie, which is the guy that played Bobby Jones, Joel Gresh.
Yeah.
Plays Bobby Jones. Played a nice part, quiet part. But he played a nice part. He's been in some stuff. I was, oh man.
Minority Report.
Minority Report. That's right.
National Treasure.
Yeah. Book of Secrets. Yeah. Yeah. He's like a B actor, but he's good.
He's in that new movie Air, which we might get to.
Oh, the one with
about Michael Jordan.
The Nikes, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I put that on the list because it kind of is.
Yeah. Right. I understand.
You're right. He's been in a lot of B movies.
Yeah.
But
played a good part though. Played a good part in the movie. Like I said, that's two guys. Bobby Jones. A couple movies. His names come up already. So.
I like how the end. Like I said, the ending's my favorite scene, and when the Bagger Vance leaves, and the kid takes over, and he asks the kid for advice. He's like, well, he's telling him. It's dark out, so it probably made the green a little dewy, so you got to kind of hit it. I thought that was really cool. They kind of have his kind of, even though he's not really a caddy, but he kind of had his little moment, to shine.
I like that part. Remember he talks about the grass going one way, and that was pretty cool. I mean, I don't know nothing about that stuff. I don't know how true that stuff is, but whatever. I'm sure. Yeah. I'm sure there's more to it than we know. That's for sure. Those caddies, like I said, in real life, even today, they're a lot of help to the golfers. People don't realize it. They're not just some guy carrying a bag. These guys are good. They know they're golfers,
Yeah.
So
I know.
It's a big difference. Let's see what else we got here. I don't know. We went over a lot of stuff.
I know. I wrote it was a funny scene where the kids pretending to be sleeping what is it, in his house, and she comes over, and they're like almost gonna get down, and I'm like, okay, I guess the kid's just gonna sleep there tonight and just not go home. But that was kind of funny.
He could have had a really good show, but they didn't.
Oh, I know.
Oh, she's hot, Charlize Theron. Anyways, she plays a good. She's in Snow White and the Huntsman. Plays Mad Max Fury Road. She's good in those. She can play a good evil person.
She's got a lot of range too, for sure.
Yeah, she does. I agree on the time though. Like you said, they could have knocked another 15 minutes off it. Probably had a little more golf in it. I thought that's my opinion. I mean, but like you said, I think it was. I don't know. I think it was more based on, like you said,
the story.
The story. Yeah.
It would have been interesting, like I said, to kind of read the book and pick out any differences.
Yeah, I agree with you totally.
Probably not going to, but
no.
I had one more note, just a kind of interesting quote he says in the beginning. He says he spends more time in the trees than squirrels. When he's golfing in the beginning, I thought that was a funny. I thought that was a funny line.
I like watching when Walter Hagen and Bobby Jones in the movie, Bruce McGill and Joe Gresh, they're struggling. They're starting to mess up.
I know.
You got to remember too, even today, you don't realize, where everybody says, "Oh, how can you hit a bad shot?" These people, it's because everybody that they're playing against is just as good as them. So you make a mistake, you pay for it. It's me and you go play. Who cares?
Yeah, no,
you're playing in those tournaments, man. Everybody's good. You can't make mistakes, and and some people have a bad day. So,
very true. It's one of those games. I play with buddies of mine that are better than me, but again, it's you have a bad hole. There's either going to be amateurs or pros. There's really no in between.
No, there is not. No, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Definitely.
But it did make me want to go, if I didn't throw my back out the other day or a few days ago, did make me want to pick up my clubs and golf, I got to say.
Yeah, I think me and Linda are going to go, probably not next week because we're doing that little trip down the beach, but the week after we're going to start going out there again. We don't mind going out when it's hot because there's nobody out there, so it's kind of nice.
If you go early enough too. I don't know how early you guys are going, but
yeah. But we'll be going out.
Walk around that Renaissance fair. This is after I threw my back out, and I was like, let me try to walk around and see if I can walk it out. So I went to the Renaissance fair. A lot of fun.
Oh, you did go?
Yes, I did.
Pulaski Highway, baby.
Not too long though, because I couldn't stand to. I had to rest because, like I said, my back.
What happened? How'd you do that?
I just getting up. You got a bad back, so I just tweak it a little bit every now and then.
Yeah,
but
that sucks.
I was walking around with they had a big turkey leg. It reminded Disney. It was telling you, if you don't, you got to go to one of those. They're very interesting.
I'm sure they got a billion of them down here somewhere.
Oh, I know, absolutely.
Yeah, turkey leg. I like that.
I think that's all I really have. Is there anything else you want?
No, that was good. I think we did a good job again. I think we covered a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Almost every part of the movie we covered, actually.
Yeah.
We did good.
All right, let's go with ratings then. Let's see here. IMDb gave it 6.7. Do you want to go first, maybe?
You go first this time.
All right.
I want to see where you come from here. I got a number, but I got to see here.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about this movie. It lacks something for me. It was kind of boring at times. I got to be honest.
Yeah.
I almost felt like fast forwarding a little bit. It was a little too long. I think they could have cut out a lot. The golf play again. It was a lot more about the story. It wasn't a lot of golf really in it. I believe they casted perfect. I think.
Oh yeah. The
cast was 100%. I mean, granted, I think anyone could have played Charlize Theron's.
Yeah, I think so.
But the actors and actresses are great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think a lot of it, and like I said, the timepiece, it's the background, everything was pretty authentic.
Right.
As far as the story goes.
Yes. Right.
So
I agree totally.
I'm gonna go. I'm trying to think here because I really didn't write it down. I'm gonna go with like a 7. That's even being kind of generous, honestly. Like I said, I found it boring. I don't know if honestly don't know if I'd watch it again.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I was thinking like one above it, maybe a 7.1. That's it. I wouldn't give it any more than that. I can't do that compared to other stuff that I'm thinking about. So I give it a 7.1. So I give it one above you. That's about it. That's why I wanted to see what you gave it. You're usually a little higher than me, but on this one, I'm trying
to compare it to other golf movies. Like
I know.
The Greatest Game Ever Played. I would rather watch that.
Yep. Do you got our ratings down for that or no? Do you remember?
Yeah. The greatest game ever played. Yeah, so I gave it a 7.6. You gave it 8.4.
Yeah. Okay.
But see, the story was better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Yeah, I really enjoyed that movie. So this was fun to watch. It was fun to watch.
Yeah, it was fun. But again,
I'm not spending $4 again. I know.
No,
I'm not. But hey, you got to do a lot of them. I mean, not all of them are going to be perfect. So I mean.
No, I know.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, and we talked about we're going to do Raging Bull. So that should be very interesting. Good. I mean, that's got another star-studded cast, right?
Yes.
With let me look it up real quick. So you got Robert De Niro, obviously, Pesci. Oh, Frank Vincent, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, Frank Vincent. Yeah.
Another guy from Goodfellas. I'm looking. Charles Scorsese. I assume that's what's called father.
Might be his father. Yeah.
Which I didn't know. He's also in Goodfellas too.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Well, you got to remember, it's going to be It's
a Martin Scorsese movie. I would imagine we're in for a good movie.
Yeah, I think so. That's going to be a big number there. I think. We'll see what happens.
So I actually, like I said, I'm looking forward to watching that.
Yeah.
That should be good. Interesting. All right. Cool. Don't forget, everyone, try to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, all that jazz. Give us any kind of reviews. You know, if you want to be on, we're looking for guests to kind of get this podcast growing. And if you're interested in maybe joining us on an episode, shoot us an email, or you can DM me on Instagram or Facebook, and we'll take it from there.
That sounds good.
All right,
Frank.
That's the ball game.